I would like to start off this podcast by apologizing to Rob for dad taxing a pizza log. Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I'm your host, Conrad Cushman, and being joined tonight by the man in black. He is not wearing a hat. He is the one, the only Coach, the man they call Derek.
Yo, what up?
Guys, we are here with an AEW Dynamite review. We are also going to be giving you an AEW World's End preview and predictions. I think I wrote down all of the matches. I saw a lot of people in a frenzy tonight. We got a new merchandise stand. It looked like at AEW. Looked 10 times better from what I saw on social media. So that looked pretty cool. We also saw Scotty Too Hottie, Scott Taylor, back doing the worm. What is going on, AEW? Is it really the home of retired folks? But people seemed happy with it tonight. Looked like a full crowd, pretty energetic tonight.
Yeah, especially down in the front row. Front row they were actually getting really into it,
causing a little bit of a ruckus tonight. So yeah. Make sure you guys keep it locked in with us. And I think we get into the intro and let's start talking some pro wrestling. Let's get it.
Everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes, everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
Folks, thank you so much. Let me know if you guys are seeing a little bit of lag. If we are, I will change the background. I'm just trying to test to see if the video stuff's working as well, or if you guys are having any issues. Audio-wise, I don't think we should be. That's just me talking. But yeah. Let's get into some of the comments here. Terrell says, few days away from AEW World's End. Will it be the end of the world for AEW as we know it? Yo, shout out to Rob. I made the Instagram story for it and I put up that song. Peeped it.
Yep.
I always think of, was it Tommy Boy where they're singing the song and then they're like, da 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 da, and then when he gets into the lyrics, nobody knows the words into the actual song. It's the end of as we know it. Or the birth of a new earth. I know it sounds biblical. Terrell, what up, bro? Welcome. Derek and Conrad, salute. Double confirm. I will be in attendance for World's End. Nice. I don't think we're going to do a review on the show, but you'll probably catch me and Sean's thoughts. It's not confirmed, but I'm like almost certain we won't do a review. Keep your eyes peeled to the channel if we decide to do one, but I'm just saying. I wanted Swerve to win. I'm calling it now before the match starts. You're getting into the finals already. Look at you. Why are you guys jumping ahead on me? Always jumping ahead. Me and my family think Roderick might be onto something. Interesting. Maybe Roddy's right. Maybe he's like, Terrell. Hi. Quill's in the house. He said, what up, Conrad? Derek, chat, your boy Sir Quills is back again to enjoy another AEW Dynamite review. So many questions that need to be answered. Let's get into AEW World's End this Saturday. Let's do it. Also, to say that certain questions were answered tonight on Dynamite, but also there were many more questions than answers. Either way, good go-home show.
Yes.
Crazy, I don't care what anyone says. Eddie is still a bum. Don't disrespect my boy Eddie Kingston on here. We can't be having that. Can't be having disrespect towards my man Eddie. Eddie.
Good old Ed Kingston.
Tears of joy with Sting wrestling at World's End. Good, man. Sting deserves to Sting can do whatever he wants, man. That's where I am at this point with this.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Sting.
It's Sting.
It's Dan.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with a little stinger time for you, baby. It's for stinger, for the Lucas, if you
Put
will.
them steroid in the booty.
Quill said Dynamite ended on a sour note. I didn't think that. I think it was okay. Like I said, I'm telling everyone, not everyone is going to be happy with the devil story. No. It's just over. You got to view it that way, right?
I'm a little worried about it.
Matt Lopez says, good evening. Good evening, Matt. Good evening. Good evening. Deanna says, hey, gang.
Hello.
Hello, Deanna. How are you? How art thou? I hope things are well. BJ said, I hope everyone had a great Wednesday. I'm ready for tonight's EPW to be a palate cleanser of the garbage of tonight's show. Woo.
Okay.
Right. BJ's not happy. Listen, I got to get I told BJ he's got to pick either with me and Sean or you and him, do the state of AEW address. I've not done one yet, but it might be time. I've done one for Raw. I've done one for WWE. Might be time for AEW to get theirs.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Not wrong. Not wrong.
Just saying. And we didn't even talk about the AEW news with Jericho. Stephen P. New. He's a real lawyer. I didn't even know this guy. Stephen P. New. So there was beef with those dudes. Punk. People trying to get rid of cancel Punk this week. Like, he's friends with so-and-so. How could they? It just doesn't end. And then Uncle Dave comes out talking about Matt Jackson's wife and how Punk prodded her. He prodded her on putting the wrong date on a t-shirt. You don't do that. You can't. Who wants to buy the shirt with the wrong date, bro? That's right. Like those Buffalo Bills Super Bowl shirts that are out there floating around. Nobody wants those. I'm from Buffalo. I can take the joke. Nobody wants those. You want the real deal.
You want the official. You would want the official deal here, not something that's just.
That's really all I got to say about it. Like, get over yourselves. Chris Jericho tweeting on Christmas Day. To quote one of my favorite lines from Bad Santa, Chris, for God's sakes, it's Christmas Day, bro. One day without this mess. And then he got on Punk's thing when he wrestled at MSG and said, congratulations with the fire emoji. What is this? Yo, mad weird. Mad weird. This is why AEW's in the position they're in, though, because I've never had an employee handbook. Looks like there is one. It's supposed to be for everybody.
Right.
You don't follow it? And then Stephen P. New left it at, this will be Exhibit A. And I don't know what that's going to be for. Maybe a lawsuit or whatnot. But I guess if Jericho said he was there and he said all parties were supposed to sign an NDA according to what was agreed upon.
Listen, the moment you say this is Exhibit, it's pretty much over for you.
It's on.
It's pretty much over. Exhibit A. Oh yeah. Let's start digging the hole now.
Let me see here. BJ said the matches were good tonight. I have no beef with any wrestler that was on tonight's show, but the outcomes, the things that happened, all the too much extra fudge this show tonight. Wow. Never heard BJ say it like that. Look at this. Everybody's talking about the beatdown class. I'm seeing a lot of TNA references in here. Deanna says, hey to us specifically. Thank you, Deanna. Mike in the house. What up, Mike?
What up?
I see you. ROC in the house. Joel! What up, Joel? Joel said, Derek Conrad. What is good, sir?
What's going on?
Let me see. Maki Ito is the devil. No, I don't think so.
Don't you ever disrespect.
Don't you ever disrespect me. I'm intrigued who the devil is that would have. Well, we're going to get into that. Rob said, Chris, so far. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Who are the people in your neighborhood? I don't know. Makes you wonder, right? Pro Wrestler Shoot says, yo, sorry about that. Took their comment down.
Yo.
What's good? Make sure you guys check out Pro Wrestler Shoot live every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, subscribe to their channel if you like WWE 2K24 content, AEW Fight Forever. They post a lot of really cool videos over there, and I would recommend everybody check them out. Friend of the channel. We always promote each other. One day I'm going to get on the video game stuff with them. When, how, I don't know, but we're going to talk video games one day. So appreciate those guys. Eric Douglas talking about the women's wrestling, always good with it. I think Taz is the devil. Here we go. Ace in the house. What up, Ace? Mod in the chat. Appreciate you, dog. What up, my brother's chat? Dynamite was a good show. Chris LeClaire. Did not know this. Sky Blue, officially the first wrestler to pin Chris Statlander in AEW since Ruby Soho did in May That was 19 months ago.
Oh, shoot.
Did not know that. It did feel like a big dub.
I think, yeah.
B-boy, you better stop the Maki slander. He's a fan, BJ. Trust me, he's a fan of Maki Ito. Derek's the one who will be slandering.
I will continue to slander.
You gotta stop the hate, bro.
No.
Why did Stokely look like mini Steve Harvey? I called him Clarence Mason on Twitter. I'm not gonna lie. If you guys been watching wrestling long enough, you know the original Nation of Domination.
Right.
Their lawyer. Crazy, I didn't watch the whole show, but it seemed like the show was good. I could be wrong. The crowd matters. Pittsburgh and Orlando with the packed crowd. Pittsburgh stand up. Hopefully AEW turns this dark corner. Got to show up to the shows when they're in your town too. Yeah. If you want them to turn the dark corner. Listen, I told Derek and them recently, like if WWE comes, I think I'll go to their show. It's been long enough now that I've given them time off. They've got me semi-interested, especially at least on the road to WrestleMania right now. I'll dip my foot in. I'll give it a try. So you ain't going to Raw if we go? This man lying. This man lying. He's lying. Maki Eva can't be the devil. She's an angel.
She's a black stain on the carpet.
You've unleashed the Derek. Don't get him started. Spoiler alert, Garrett Bischoff is the devil. As long as we don't see Eric Bischoff fake playing guitar again like he did on TNA, I'm good. I'm good. Prince Rockstar, what happened to the AEW I once loved? This devil storyline is ass. It's WWE 2019 type booking. We're going far, I think, with this. I don't think it's AEW's not that bad, bro. This is comparison stuff because you can't ever have two companies both being great. It's always got to be you're bad, you're good. Yeah, you're bad, you're good. When do you remember people saying like WCW's pretty good, WWE's pretty good? No, it's always got to be someone's rating is less than someone else's. Oh, you don't bring in as much money. Right. You're not good enough.
It just doesn't happen that way. So you have to have one that's on the pedestal.
It's like Yankees, Red Sox and stuff. There's always a feud, and there's always someone talking about, oh, come on, man, your team's garbage, bro. Your team's garbage. They didn't make any trades this year, right? You know, and then someone else is like, from Boston, yeah. Okay, pal. Remember when you blew that World Series? Then you start talking about, what does all this mean? What does all this mean into the season of today? Right. I don't mean jack diddly squat. I don't know. That's just me, man. Guys, if you're in here, make sure you guys hit the like button for us. Also, comment down below what you thought of tonight's show. We're going to continue getting into it. Chucky's the devil. Here we go. Here we go. I did see GYV is going to be at TNA Hard to Kill. I'm a fan. I'm for it. McKinney has joined us. Yo, EPW, the Wednesday night icons. I'm here to listen for as long as possible. 4 a.m. comes quickly. Tell me a story. What up, man? What up? Easy E said, yo, CJD, best Dynamite in a long time. Opposite of the last Dynamite of 2019. See?
Yeah.
See? I hear you. Mike says, Fight Forever will only survive if they listen to the fans and put in the basic match types the fans want. I think you guys definitely deserve that, Mike. I'm a fan of AEW Fight Forever. I enjoy playing Fight Forever more than 2K23 for the controls and what it depends on what you like and what you're playing the game for. I play more Fight Forever, and I wish that we had the match types WWE had, and I wish that WWE had the gameplay Fight Forever has, and we could be cooking. But here we are in the world of wrestling, right? I don't think Fight Forever is dead in the water yet. If they're going to continue adding to it, I'm game. The moment you say you're done, then I need to hear that you got another video game deal, because if not, I'm going to be disappointed.
Yes.
Juke, I'm going to have to read this in a different voice. EPW, love you long time. Welcome, Juke. What up? Me. So, me. I'm old. I just thought about how old that song is.
Yo, that's old.
Someone said, yo, what if it's Hulk Hogan is the devil?
Yo.
We will probably all stop watching like BJ just said right here. We cannot.
I will not watch it ever again.
Yeah. That's one of those I'm good type of deals right there. Let's get into this show, and then we're going to try and go through everything else that's happening. I didn't really, is there a collision show? Anybody? I didn't see any matches. No, Friday is for Rampage. Is there a pay-per-view? Hold on.
No.
Because there's the pay-per-view Saturday. So is there a collision?
I don't think so, bro. I don't think they said that there was a
Can we all agree that H is the devil? Trips. Paul White's the devil. Here comes Renegade. What up? What up, James?
Don't do me like that.
Well, James sent me a funny video. I should have sent it to you. It was a dad who was a Cowboys fan. They got him an Eagles jersey, and they were like, "Dad, it's Christmas. You should be happy for whatever you get, right? Isn't that what you always taught us?" He was like, "Nah, y'all got the wrong jersey, man." And he put it back in the bag, and it was like, "If Derek gets a Paul White shirt from you." Juke said, "There's no collision. No collision. We're seeing me." Okay. A. All right, we'll see what happens with it. Let's get into. We're finally at the finals of this tournament. I never thought we would get here, but
The finale.
Here we are. The opener was Jon Moxley versus Swerve Strickland versus Jay White in a triple threat match. It was the finals for the Gold League. So each of these gentlemen have beat each other. Moxley lost to Jay White. Swerve Strickland lost to Jon Moxley. And Jay White lost to Swerve Strickland. So that's how we got here. Each gentleman had 12 points for his, prospective matchup. And yeah, that's what we were doing out in these streets, man. I thought this was a fine matchup, though, Derek.
I thought so too. My only issue with it is
keep it a buck.
It was too long. I don't think this match. So we were talking about this earlier, how promos have kind of like started dying down. And match lengths have been going up. I think that's good for certain matches that are slotted for pay-per-views. That has to be that. We need more promos again that are actually well thought out and delivered on a crisp level. Like, don't get me wrong. This match was good. This match was definitely good. I just felt like it was too long.
Well, let me break it down a little further for you guys. The conversation, there we go. Had to get back in focus. The conversation was about a video made by Just Alex, FKA Deluxe Man. He's someone who I've seen make videos for years and years and years. I respect Deluxe Man in his opinion, or Alex, I should say. I respect his opinion. Mm-hmm. And he brought up a very good point. He said, "This is going to make me sound like a hypocrite. I've for years have preached match quality. And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, yeah, no, this is kind of true. Right. I think the days are gone. This is my example now. I think the days are gone that Great Khali is someone who will be considered acceptable in the ring. Right. You got to have some ability to work or be able to work. Do something that will impress folks. You can't just be big and like, look at them.
Right. Yeah.
Look at them.
Can't just be a big body.
Yeah. You got to have some skill.
Yeah. You got to do something.
So, and I'm not trying to disrespect Khali, because Khali could do some things, but at the point when he got into WWE, it was over for Khali. Like he wasn't moving too well, couldn't do too much. So the point was that, yes, while we've heard wrestling for years because we weren't getting it with WWE, now we're getting good wrestling. And now it's like, well, what about the promos? What about the character work? And does every match need to go, what did we say, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
No. Every match doesn't need to be 15 minutes. You know what
it doesn't. It really doesn't. It has to be a particular match or particular wrestlers that are in that match where it deserves to go that far.
Right.
If it doesn't require that, then it's not needed.
Save all the 15 minutes, big time. Save that for your pay-per-views.
Yeah.
And not saying everybody gets it on pay-per-view, but save it for those shows. And I'm not saying Dynamite can't have a good match every once in a while.
No.
Do it. But what I'm saying is less is more. Make the people want it.
Yes.
All right. So just minor details. We were talking about it during this match. This was a brawl out into the floor. They emphasized we need a winner. There's no time limit here. Steel chair was used by Jay White. Jay White and Swerve had some really close calls, especially Swerve. We thought Swerve had it won at one point. Jay White got us real good. Like, ooh, that was close.
Yes.
In the end, Moxley catches Jay White with the Death Rider, picks up the victory. Moxley is moving on to the finals. He is the first Gold League's men's winner for the Continental Classic.
That he is.
Sean Hubbard of Hubbard Wrestling Weekly, co-host of Clash of the Podcast every Monday live at 6:05 on the EPW channel, says Swerve, Jey Uso, World of Wrestling has turned into an ugly place. Sean, I will disagree with you about Swerve. Me and Jesus talked about this, and I think I've said this last week. If I didn't, forgive me, but this is how I feel. Swerve couldn't win this no matter what, because Swerve has bigger and better things to get on too. He had a great showing, triple threat match. He didn't get pinned. So Swerve, they got plans. He's off to the races. That's how I feel about it. Like, he didn't need to win this. What's Swerve gonna do as the Ring of Honor, Triple Crown, whatever you want to call it, as that world champ? What's he gonna do?
The sights have already been set for the bigger prize, and if you throw not so much a monkey wrench in the plans, but if you throw a pit stop in the plans, then we in my opinion, I feel like we lose momentum as to what we really want to see. Whereas it's a 6-hour drive, it has now turned into an 8-hour drive or a 10-hour drive.
Now, they do have a time limit to capitalize on this, but right now we're still in that, okay, I'll play this game.
Right.
I'll play the long game with you.
Right.
And they tried to go back to an old story tonight that we never got resolved. But Sean did say he wasn't going to turn to an ugly place. Clearly over wrestlers being held down. Like I said, I don't think Swerve's being held down. I actually think they're elevating him. Only can praise Swerve being scheduled for a world title run. I think so in the future.
Yeah.
If not, I think it's a mistake. I won't go on ranting tonight as I'm in the holiday spirit. I just want fairness in a world where little fairness exists. God bless and Merry Christmas, y'all. There will be a collision tonight if my person comes through. Juke? I thought that was a legitimate statement. Do not get me demonetized on this video.
That was a good play.
Well done. Saturday. RIP Jay White at AEW. Mox did not need this, BJ said. Me and BJ were conversing back and forth. BJ didn't feel that should have happened that way. Hello, Connor. Welcome.
What up, Connor?
Salute MJF and Swerve segment last week has to be a foreshadow for Swerve versus MJF world title match. I think Joe wins this Saturday, though. But how's that foreshadowing, then? I think that eclipses it a little bit. But I see a lot of people calling for Joe to win. So that's an interesting point, Terrell. Mox versus Swerve versus Jay was a very good match to start the show. Hard-hitting action, close, near, false towards the end. Mox winning was the right call here. I get it. I predicted Mox would win, and I've never been more angry to have been correct. Swerve or Jay should have won. You could have had Jay White win it, and I could connect the story because
I wouldn't have given it to Swerve. He doesn't need that right now.
Swerve's better than this. I think they had the plan, but this also allowed them to showcase Swerve. He beat everybody. Technically, Swerve was only lost one time on a fluke roll-up where his shoulder was up. What does any of that mean? You know, Mox didn't need the win, but I see. You guys are jumping ahead. Let me see here. And Swerve is so red hot. You need to strike while it's hot. He can carry AEW. Are people going to show up and support? Is the question. You know what I mean?
That is the bigger question.
Striking while it's hot. That sounds like a good idea. You know what that means? Yeah. Matt Lopez says we're past the point of being 7'3", and that passes for being a major star in pro wrestling. You need to show you can work, even if it's a little. I'm not even saying you got to do everything. To counterpoint that, Deanna, we're jumping into spoilers. Eddie Kingston wins the other match, just so you guys can see. And here's how you could have made that work, though. You could have told the story: Jay White, Eddie Kingston. Who got Jay White kicked out of New Japan Pro Wrestling? Eddie Kingston. Could have had that happen. Right. Boom. And that's the story going into it. Jay White's revenge. And then that's how Jay White can get his foot back into New Japan. Boom. Story told. Done. But they went a different route.
I feel like they have a bigger story with Kingston and Mox.
Yeah. Well, they have more history. It's more of an AEW story. That story makes more sense for AEW. I think if it was New Japan, it would be give me Jay White and Kingston. But what up, Sick? Sick in the house. Appreciate you. We got a lot of comments here. I'm just trying to jump around right now. Swerve's the most popular he's ever been in any promotion in his career. That's all I got. I just wanted to make a statement. F Hulk Hogan, keep Paul White off my television. Yep. Well, we haven't done that in a while. Continue that. I'm gonna put I'm gonna put you in one of the TNA penalty cages. Swerve is pivoting. Oh yeah. I feel like I'm on an island alone as it relates to people being pushed properly. I don't accept going against what the fans want. Only good news is Swerve. Yeah, but listen, this isn't gonna happen like this though. They're not gonna. You got to make people want the chase. The chase is worth more than the bone at the end for a dog or for anything. You know what I mean?
Well,
what happens when the dog catches the car he's chasing? The excitement's gone.
There's no value.
Yeah,
there's no value. Like Hubs, I don't think you're alone, bro. I just think if you would have given Swerve this match to win and then win the title, then how do you build up for the heavyweight title at that point in time? Now you have to change the story where Swerve and Max have already had their interaction. Now you don't have that. You have that interaction, but now Swerve has this title. It means that interaction means nothing anymore.
Guys, this next part of the show, we're about to get into promo heavy. I have six am I counting wrong? 7 bullets. So there was no match in between all of this. You get a highlight package of Danielson in the tournament. Danielson saying that Kingston never beat him. He's a bum. He ain't worth nothing. He ain't nothing. And that was Danielson's promo package. We go then to Swerve and Prince Nana being interviewed. Derek, show him the dance. Catch it. Bye. And afterwards, when they hit that, they get back there and Swerve challenges Keith Lee to a match. Keith Lee has been talking about he is going after him. And he says that he wants to fight Swerve. This is the time for them to do this big match.
Yeah.
I don't know why we didn't do this match before. I couldn't tell you. Nobody could tell you. I don't know. To me, it makes zero to little sense why they did that.
It's something that should have been handled a long time ago.
What up, B?
What up? If you handle this match, this so-called feud right now, because I mean it was a feud back then, but now it's just kind of like picking up the breadcrumbs to start over again, I guess. But there has to be something bigger out of it.
Right. Conrad and Derek, what are you talking about, bros? Both organizations have made us wait unimaginable amounts of time for payoffs, some payoffs that are never coming. Usos in WWE, Masked Man in AEW. May I divulge on a side track here? We're going to plow through this show. Probably not the appropriate language, but blame Juke. So, listen, Sean, think about it like this. The Uso thing is never going to pay off. It is a side quest in a story in a video game.
Yeah.
That's all it's ever been. They're never giving Jey Uso the world title. I just don't believe it in my heart of hearts. Could he get the Intercontinental title? Maybe.
Yes.
Do I see him being the one to beat Gunther? I don't think so, but maybe he can catch enough steam to do it. But I don't think that you're going to do that. There's no payoff to the Uso storyline. Like, I can tell you, knowing WWE, they're not going to give it to him. That's just me being a longtime fan, and I just know better. Was Jey Uso hot at one point? Yes, but they're not going to give it to him. The Masked Man in AEW, this storyline started, 3 months ago? 4 months ago? Maybe, if you're going to count from All In. It's been 3-4 months. People want long-term booking, I thought.
Yeah.
No? Yay? No? Like,
I want
what do people want?
I want long-term booking, but that's just me. I get what you're saying, bro, but at the end of the day, if we so real quick,
someone getting that late night collision.
so real quick, the Jey Uso, I don't believe in him to be a heavyweight champion. I believe in him to be a top tier mid card champion, but not a heavyweight champion. There's nothing there where you could say he deserves to be that. They've been in the tag team circuit for so long. I could barely see them in the singles. To me, I felt like that's all they could be, was just tag team. Now that they're separate, I don't see you anything higher than mid-card.
Why would you break up your best tag team?
That's what I'm saying.
That never made sense to me. If that's who they've been banking on, they were the tag champs for a year, then you're like, you know what? Let's break these guys up.
Right. That oh God.
It's just weird.
I get what you're saying, but Jey Uso's not getting that.
And can we go? Let's get to the devil thing real quick too. Me and BJ have talked about this. Me and Sean have talked about this. Sean is 1,000% correct about this. No matter what they do with the devil, it's not good enough. You don't care if it's Ali. You don't care if it's Dolph Ziggler. You don't care if it's MJF. You won't care if it's Adam Cole. There will be a portion of people who do not care. At the end of the day, I've accepted BJ. What BJ has said too is, so it has to make sense. So if it's Adam Cole, I'm good with it. Like, cool, let's go. Move on from it. But we cannot hype ourselves up to thinking Bill Goldberg's going to come out. Shane McMahon's going to be behind the mask, because these things are just not realistic and they're not going to happen. It's not CM Punk. It's over. That whole thought process and people thinking it could have been him, it's done.
Yeah, it's been buried. That would have been your best bet for that, but now that he's gone, that you don't have anything else but Adam Cole. And nobody wants.
Yeah, BJ said if the devil's Adam Cole, it'll be good because it's been written out that way from the start.
Yeah, it couldn't be anybody else right now. And those who will say, "Oh, it could be Jungle Boy," absolutely not.
It better not be. Absolutely not.
If it's Jungle Boy, I promise you, you will take this day 12/27/23 with. I'm marking this right now. The day that they reveal that, and if it does become Jungle Boy, that will be the day that we won't even have to do everything pro wrestling. I will personally make a video based on that.
Put that on Derek's YouTube channel.
Oh, that'll be on mine. That will not be monetized. That'll be nothing.
So Jason says both Usos will get buried to the point they're not being buried. They're in good spots on television. Jey Uso's in the main events with Cody and whomever. He's in the mix. The thing is, there's a ceiling, and they're not going to let him pass that ceiling. This is Triple H, the same dude who never trusted Jeff Hardy. He's not going to trust Jey Uso. I'm sorry. I told everybody thought that little Cody Rhodes thing was funny on the press conference with the yeet. And it was all funny. We had a couple libations on the bus. If Jay and his brother did that, it would be a different reaction. Yes. And if you think I'm joking, tell them to try it. It would have been a different reaction. All right. So he was with Cody. They were up there, but that was not a good look for Triple H. I can only imagine what he was thinking. You know what I mean? Like, cool, you're the tag champ. Cool. Maybe you're the IC champ, not the world champ.
No, because you have to think he has to be someone where they can look at, like, okay, this is Randy Orton.
Do I trust you?
Yeah, do I trust you?
Well, no, that's a bad example too, though, because those guys have also done jerky things, which will prove Sean's point, give him a chance. Well, but they're not going to, though, because he wasn't handpicked. He wasn't the guy for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you guys are in the chat, like I said, hit the like button, show us some love, man. Much appreciated. Subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 2K, man. We're getting there. Yeah. We're getting there. So
help us out, please.
Yeah, man. Listen, I'm not gonna front. I've been seeing some channels who got more subs than me, and they're not as good as me. I'm keeping it a stack. You guys don't get this kind of talk there. Who backstage would want to be in Jimmy Uso's spot? Someone who's not getting any TV time, Jason. I promise you. He's a punching bag for main eventers on TV. Sometimes that's the name of the game. Get me on TV. Renee Paquette interviews Mariah. All about Mariah May. She was a focus here for this interview. They're kind of just going through the whole thing. This ended in Riho chasing down Mariah May. Then Toni Storm came out. We got some foolishness. Luther is holding her. Riho dives off the top rope. I love Riho. That's all I'm going to say. This is going to be a fun match, I think, at World's End between Toni Storm and Riho. Got some quick build in.
I definitely think that this will be really good.
After that, we got Top Flight and Action Andretti challenged by Orange Cassidy and Roppongi Vice, Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero. Rocky sympathized. Yo, he did the same thing to me last week. Like, just made me fight him in a match. This has kind of been the gimmick for Orange Cassidy. Cool, fine with it.
I don't really like it.
What, that he's just showing up? Orange Cassidy needs to drop the international title.
Yes.
Stop playing these games and give the belt to Takeshita or do something. Do something.
Orange never, and I think this is where
he should have never got it back.
He never should have got it back. He never should have got it back. If he was going to get it back, you had to have done it a different way for him to get it back. The way that they did it didn't make sense to me.
Thank you for that. Someone said it's Gomez is the devil, so he could say his famous line. At this point, it would be an active Big G if we got a 30-day Jey Uso World Championship run. Yeah, it's gonna be tough, man. If they did it, it was crazy. Rio looked good. Rio was looking like a boss. I don't care about Rampage. They've made it hard, Ace.
Yeah, when you make it hard to care about another show, that's when everything starts falling apart.
Hub says, is it too much to say Toni Storm comeback superstar of the year if that category exists?
Not at all.
No, that's what I like to use for people who have made the big comeback, or when I say breakout, I mean like you have broken out of where you've been in the past year.
Toni deserves that. She definitely deserves that.
You could. I think you could argue LA Knight, Swerve, Toni Storm. There's a lot of people who have broken out this year. Good for them. And by the way, I know I haven't mentioned this yet, but we are going to be having our end of the year awards going up soon. Actually, probably when I get done with this, I'm going to finalize and start looking at it to see if there's any more choices I want to make. There's also fill-in options for you guys, but I need everybody to take that.
That's going to be tough.
Yeah, and me and Rob will figure out a date when we're going to do the show. It's probably going to be sometime in January, but we'll get a show going for you. Riho is way too small. Come on, Eric. Come on now. Come on now. Can't be saying that. Women's Wrestler of the Year is Athena. Athena don't get enough love. I'm telling you. Going back to this. And actually Andretti did some weird thing with water, crushing it and drinking it.
Yeah. The classic, let me drink it, but smash the bottle.
By the way, the Acclaim beat them by cheating, which I thought was interesting that they cheated. So maybe heel Acclaim coming back, which I prefer, kind of. I like them as heels.
I do, but why? What's the motivation?
For them cheating? They have to keep their belts by any means necessary.
I guess.
Maybe they weren't good enough and they were like, nah, I got to do this to win, bro. That's cheating, bro.
But you put on enough good matches to prove that you're good enough.
Nah, bro.
They
cheated, bro.
I'm just saying, bro.
They cheated. We get Miro versus Andrade announced for World's End. He does not like people messing with CJ Perry.
Bro, I promise you, this storyline has gone through the wayside.
Now they kept it up.
No, it's not going.
Andrade's tweets have been funny.
It's not going.
I thought it was room service when Miro knocked at the door and he talked to his wife outside. I thought it was room service. And he tweeted it like right while it was happening. That was great, bro.
Nah, bro, it's not going the way that I thought it was.
We'll see. You got to see what happens with this.
Because he's still supposed to be not believing that she's there. Now he's acknowledged the fact that she's there.
Right? It's great seeing all the love towards Riho and that. Yo, I don't know why everyone thinks. Listen,
I like Riho.
Yeah, I don't know why people hate Riho. Rio's great.
Well, I mean, she's what, 120 pounds?
I don't know what she is. It doesn't matter. To me, that doesn't matter, though. I'm a businessman. If me and people I've always had this argument with, if Rey Mysterio is selling me millions of dollars in masks, I don't care how big you are. I'm not putting the title on Typhoon. Uncle Fred's going to go do something else. Like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. Like, Rey Mysterio's getting the belt. He sells more than you. No, that doesn't make, you get what I'm saying? The people are telling you with their money, yeah, I want that mask. What you getting for him? Well, he's bigger. That doesn't make sense. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I get it, it's your viewpoint, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
To some people, that does matter.
It does, but I think Riho deserves way more respect.
Ace says it's time for the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn to drop the trios titles. It might be time for them to get rid of those
titles. Be done with.
Like I said, the best thing they could do if they wanted to keep them, make it like an AEW ROH hybrid thing, and those are the guys who could jump back and forth.
Yes.
That would be the only thing that I could say to do with those.
Other than that, lose them.
Tony Schiavone comes out, and we have a Boxing Week celebration for Don Callis and the family. Everybody got their own paintings. It looked like some AI generated stuff. I think Mel Coleman does the art, if I'm not mistaken. So shout out to Mel Coleman if she did these. But they go out here. They have their own things. Don Callis looks completely ridiculous in all of his photos. I actually thought the Takeshita one looked pretty badass.
That one was fire.
Yeah, that was pretty badass, that one. Powerhouse Hobbs looked dope, even though Hobbs was more covered up than Don in that picture, and it's usually the opposite. So that made me laugh. Tony Schiavone looks disgusted as he's introducing them because he hates Don Callis, because all my homies hate Don Callis. Mm-hmm. And then this leads to Sammy Guevara coming out. He's upset. He's mad. You didn't call me. And he said, I got a painting for you too. And it was Sammy Guevara holding his baby and the Don Callis family around him. Sammy was upset by this. Who said you could put my baby in the picture? Don't be taking pictures of people's kids.
Right.
Too many P's right there. Don't be taking pictures of people's kids.
Yeah.
And Peter Piper, pickle pepper, and thinking nothing's gonna happen. He shoves Don down. The family jumps him. Kyle Fletcher was very upset that he didn't get mentioned. He was like, "What about me?"
Right.
They stomp out Sammy Guevara. Then Jericho comes out to make the save, playing Fozzy. He comes out with Floyd, the baseball bat. They all skedaddle. Couple hits on people, they skedaddle. Then here comes Ricky Starks and Big Bill. They put a beating down on them. Lights go out, and Derek, who shows up?
It's Dad.
Sting and Darby show up with the baseball bats, and they take out Big Bill. Sting was going to work with the bat on Big Bill. And now the tag team match has been changed to an 8-man tag match.
Sure, I mean,
Waka Waka.
Sure,
Didn't they say they were having the tag? Much. No, didn't they say they were having a tag title match last week still?
Yes.
What happened?
It's too much. It's just too much.
I didn't understand it. No. I didn't understand it.
If you're gonna do a tag team match, do a tag team gauntlet.
Yeah.
Have Jericho and Sammy Guevara go up against whoever.
Or make them defend the belts in the gauntlet. And they got the last spot, maybe. Ricky and Big Bill.
There you go.
I don't know. I just thought that you promised something and now we changed it. Why? Sting showed up and was like, I need to be on this card, brother. And good for the people in Long Island. Like they deserve to see Sting, but don't tell me we're getting a tag match, then change it. That was what was weird. Yeah. I got Hub saying trios titles need to be retired. It's not working, and arguably making the Acclaimed an afterthought. They have not gotten a reaction from the crowds lately. I still think they get a reaction. I think that Devil storyline taking them out's kind of like changed the focus of things. The Keshka picture is very telling. The sword in the back. I'm calling it now. Okay, Deanna.
I didn't even pay attention to that.
Yeah, family's dead. E said Shivani like a goof all night. Quill said Don Callis is whoa. Whoa, Quills. All the homies hate Don Callis. The Acclaim should feud with the House of Black. Imagine the interesting storyline angles. They're still feuding with FTR.
Yeah.
I don't even know if maybe they're wrestling each other this week. I don't remember. But soon we're going to probably get FTR versus the House of Black. Kyle looks more like D-Bag G-Eazy. The switch to the 8-man, another problem with tonight, BJ said. Is this match to protect Sting and Jericho?
Maybe.
That'd be my guess.
Maybe.
That'd be my guess if they didn't. I feel like the Bucks should have never lost their number one contendership. And
they never should have had
it. And when AEW's down, where are they now? Ta-da! Look in my eyes. Hey, Derek, remember how I mentioned that t-shirt shop? I still haven't even opened this bad boy yet. Look where I got a shirt from. Messing up. You messing up.
Right.
I done told you. Roderick Strong is interviewed by Renee. He's basically proclaiming MJF is still the devil. He's got his crazy looking chart and connecting him to everything. So Roderick Strong's playing the crazy guy now. We get into the Blue League. tournament finals. Eddie Kingston, Bryan Danielson. Listen, this match was chop heavy. This was a wrestling match. This is exactly what you would have expected from them. They had a lot of crane camera shots tonight. I saw people saying they liked it. Looked like a video game.
It did. It caught me off guard at first. I'm like, wait, what are they doing?
You notice it a lot in this match. Like when they go up to the top rope, they kind of switched it up. I like when it doesn't look like a WWE producer is producing the show, if that makes sense. Sometimes the whole watching TV from the side, I think that's dumb.
Yeah.
Totally dumb. I'm against that 1,000%. But in this match, you got to see some cool camera angles. Northern Lights bomb by Kingston only got him a 2 count. He's fighting back. Danielson's trying to lock in submissions. Eddie Kingston hits multiple back fists, and he hits the power bomb and stacks Danielson on them stack of dimes you call a neck. And GG, Eddie Kingston's in the finals. Him and Moxley cut a promo on each other. It was good. Ace saying this is match of the night. I will concur.
Yeah.
I will concur. Yeah. Now, you can argue the triple threat. Both of the finals matches were both really good, I think.
Yeah, you can. You can.
Let me see here. Look at this. ASAP respect going live tomorrow with the news report I got from MSG last night. Kyra, Derek, join me if you can. I will be out and about. I don't know if Derek's free, but
when is it?
Get at it. He just said he's going to try and do something tomorrow. Shoot Derek a message on social media, wherever he is.
Free tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go.
I think I'll be free tomorrow.
There you go. Run it. Run the gauntlet, boys. Eddie is my bum. I love it, Deanna. I love it. It is good. Bryan gets to rest before Wrestle Kingdom. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Right. Another way I knew he wasn't going to be in. But Moxley's a madman because he's on the Wrestle Kingdom card too.
Right.
Bryan versus Eddie, yet again, another action-filled match. Finally, Kingston gets the W over Danielson. This is Kingston's dream, man. Yes. Triple Crown. This is the story they've been telling.
Yeah.
I'm with it. We got Christian Cage. He's getting ready to sit down and do his interview. Adam Copeland shows up. He beat this man like he stole something, bro. Up against the wall. That's all you hear throughout this whole thing. Serpentico and all the homies come out and they try to stop him.
Yep.
Anybody who's on ROH or loses lots of matches, we're out there trying to hold him back. This was good.
Yes. This is what you want leading up to their match.
Is Adam Copeland taking this belt at the pay-per-view?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll get into your reasoning more in a second, but I just wanted to just get that out there. Chris Statlander, Sky Blue. This was a great match. As mentioned before in the chat, that Chris Statlander has not been pinned since May of last year. So that's 19 months of her not losing on television. And
which is crazy.
Sky Blue gets the win.
Yes. Can we just address one thing? One thing. Sky Blue, I love you so much. But what you did.
Oh, in the finish?
Yes.
Well, hold on. We didn't even mention Stokely was out there on commentary. Stokely's been trying to create a separation between Willow and Chris Statlander because Chris Statlander slapped him in the back of the head. He ain't having it. But go ahead. Sky Blue finish. Cold Blue off the top rope.
Oh, my God. Scared the living hell out of both of us. Oh my God. We both thought she was going to break her neck. Thank God she maneuvered fast enough to save herself, because that would have been ugly if she landed on top of her head. She probably would have broke her neck. God forbid, please. Don't ever do that again.
Right?
Don't ever do it again.
Match of the night, match of the year candidate, he says. Mom and dad turtlenecks. Bucks pulling some 90s Shawn Michaels-ish.
In a slightly darker black.
ROH roster broke up the Adam and Christian fight. Eddie Kingston Triple Crown champion. Make it happen. Stop saying AEW doesn't do stories. That Eddie and Mox segment was Buddha's. Also, ROH Rampage boys being used as beefy securities is another complaint I have. They deserve more. Got to get that separation in too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sky Blue's gear is fine. The Avalanche Cold Blue was rad. Put her and it in the damn game. I hear you. Sky Blue, the big W over Chris Statlander, even though it was tainted tonight due to Julia Hart. Julia Hart did help.
Yes.
In it. They put a beat down after the match. Night Willow makes the save, and then Abaddon is up at the top of the ramp.
I'm happy to see Abaddon back.
Abaddon deserved more than the Halloween Dynamite match.
Yeah.
Because that's what it was every year. Some battle royal, Abaddon wins. She's there. It's spooky Halloween night.
Right.
We have a zombie Let Abaddon be on television more.
Yeah. I think she's good.
If you don't want her, then put her in a spot to see if she succeeds. Like, It's time to trying to use an appropriate terminology here. I'm thinking of bad ones.
Nut up or shut up.
That's inappropriate. Shit or get off the pot. That's inappropriate. That's also inappropriate. That's all the things I'm thinking of.
Put your money where your mouth is.
There you go. Much better. Wow, it took us 3 tries, but there we go.
Once.
This is not the PG version of the show.
3 times a lady.
Right. I love the Eddie Mox promo. It took 3 years for Abaddon to be on TV more than. I get why Abaddon wasn't on TV too, but what I'm saying is you got to let the person, let's see what she does.
Yes.
Sink or swim. Couldn't just be that she was just showing up for some of those other shows. We get Ruby Soho and Saraya backstage. It's announced Ruby will face Marina Shafir on Rampage. They also showed QT Marshall's girl. I cannot think of her name right now, and I didn't write it down. The girl who would always sing, she made the advances at Anthony Bowen's. She was backstage. It looks like she's gonna be hanging out with them. They had her pull out a knife, which was weird, and then Saray said, "Not that," and then they kind of went away to the side.
I don't understand what's going on.
Right?
I think this is clickbait.
Right? Harley Cameron. Thank you, BJ. That's her name. Harley Cameron, so maybe she's going to be hanging out with them now. They kind of needed someone to fill the void. It can't just be Saraya and Ruby.
True, but I just need a little bit
But
more.
Is Harley Cameron going to wrestle?
Probably not.
I don't know.
I mean, if she becomes like the crazy manager of them, okay. But I still need some clarification as to why she's involved now.
Right? Jacob Henderson has joined us. He says, I like this idea, Conrad. Thank you, Jacob. You let me know what that idea is, because I don't know if you're behind or something I just said. Saraya is annoying now and meddlesome. Yeah, she's blocking. She's definitely blocking Ruby.
Yes.
And Cool Hand Ange. Let my man Cool Hand work. Let him work. Yo, stop Derek right now. Oh goodness.
Well, I don't have the slick hair, so I gotta go.
Stop. We'll hear from Chris Jericho on Rampage. Wheeler Yuta is going to also defend the Pure Championship against Matt Sydal. That's probably gonna be a good Rampage. Like, we talk about Rampage being bad, but there are some weeks me and E will talk. I'm like, that was a darn good match on Rampage. Like, yeah, it was good.
I think that one will be that might be your stealer right there.
Rampage needs to become Ring of Honor for them. Yes. Ring of Honor Rampage. Yes. Done. Move forward with it. They get an hour of television each week, and then if you want to see anything extra, put it on the app.
Yes.
Done. Or put it on wherever it's gonna be.
You could do a pre-show before the main card.
Yeah, even that. Like, you know what I mean? Put your best matches on the television program and then that. Harley fit the manager route for Saraya Subconrad and Derek. Okay, appreciate you. Too annoying on the mic. I hear you. Kyra, can we do a prediction on the Battle Royal? Yeah, we're gonna do a prediction here in 1 second. Where does Harley Cameron fit here? I think that there were a bunch of displaced people, Quills, and if Saraya's in like an all-female led stable, it seems like she's craving power, so she would bring someone else in. I'm fine with it. We had to break up QT Marshall's thing and get it going somewhere else.
Right.
Let me see here. We got a bunch of the matches. Yeah, then we talked about the trios match. Orange, Trent, Rocky Romero versus Top Flight and Action Andretti. Speaking of the 0 hour, we have pre-shows and everything. We're going to talk about all that stuff here in a minute. I don't have all of the graphics because, hey, it's AEW and we just made everything happen at the last minute. ESPN and PWI Tag Team of the Year, FTR was announced. Shout out to them. I believe I don't know if they've won ours yet or not. I got to start putting together some graphics for that stuff. You know what?
I believe they did.
You know what? We're one call away, like Chingy. If you was my baby. Hold on, y'all. Let me stop for Derek smacks me singing all these oldies but goodies. I'm looking. Hold on here. Tag team.
I'm pretty sure that we did give them one.
Oh, because we haven't had 20. Yeah, they won last year.
Yeah,
I take it back. Did they win it any other time before this? No.
Oh wait, no, they had to have, like, when they first came in.
No. Honestly, Undisputed Era is like the kings of that for us.
Oh, sure. Okay.
But yeah, that was official. So shout out to FTR. They could have put EPW Tag Team of the Year up there as well.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see if they win it this year. Maybe they will, maybe they won't.
Possible.
Main event time. Ring of Honor. Tag team titles on the line. Samoa Joe is supposed to defend with MJF. Samoa Joe, we find out he's laid out backstage. MJF comes out, he's like, I'm going to defend the belt alone. Right. We're going to unmask these pieces of crap. Blah, blah, blah. MJF's arm's in a sling. He has a torn labrum, for those who don't know.
Did anybody notice when he said that the whole crowd was quiet? Like, there was no reason for everybody to hear.
He's smart, though. When the crowd gets quiet, he gets loud. So that way they jump back up and they're getting into it again.
No, it's definitely a smart move, but it was just like, it was like perfect timing. The moment that they got quiet, it was like, I'm going to unmask these pieces of... I'm like, wow, that was perfect.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Yeah, he's good, man. He's good. So Joe's laid out. MJF takes the match 2-on-1. He does a little bit of stuff, but eventually someone comes from underneath the ring. A third masked man clobbers MJF with a pipe.
Yep.
Basically makes him no good. He gets hit with the heat seeker. That bad boy loves.
Yes.
Ooh.
That was
crisp. Yeah. Heat seeker. 1, 2, 3. MJF loses. And here comes Joe then to protect him. Joe is stumbling and fumbling, holding his right knee.
Leg.
Bad knee. Joe's coming out there. He's getting into it. And then the devil pops up. You just see him. He's just kind of there. And then you get a message flash across the screen that says, pleasure doing business with you. And Joe had a chair in his hand. And wham! Smacks MJF. Actually knocked the bottoms off the chair.
Yeah.
And knocked the bottom off of MJF. And he went down for the count. Joe puts a beating on him and this hypes up the pay-per-view match. MJF, yes. Like I said, torn labrum. He's been probably trying to nurse the injury as best he can. This is it for World's End. Yeah. I thought we were going to get at least some of the, like, is assailant the right word? Some of the masked men's, like, groupies unmasked, but they didn't do that.
Yeah, no, they should have. But at this point in time, I guess I could see why they wouldn't do it, but maybe at least one of them should have got unmasked.
Yeah. BJ said that he thought this was booty. It made after the show was supposed to end, which means you knew that tag match was going to be BS. Love everyone congratulating FTR. Derek, did you watch Friday After Next Christmas? I'm Santa Claus. Where's the beet milk and cookies? Merry Christmas. Did Darby climb Mount Everest? Yeah, I think he's still in training, E, if I'm not mistaken. You could come home with me if you was my lady. One call away. Everybody just showing love. Conrad sing You Are My Lady by Freddie Jackson. I will not consider. I did not know that song. It was clear the masked men are the kingdom. Yeah, by the Heat Seeker. That was definitely I almost said Mike Kanellis. Oh my goodness, his Mike Bennett. Wardlow came from under the ring. LOL. Terrell, I got ideas. Who is Joe working for? People got answers. It wasn't the left knee, aka the Rainy. My left knee has been hurt many times from my familia. Joe says, I want you to know I did this. So does that mean Joe is the devil? I don't think so. This was unnecessary and stupid from a storyline point. This main event was trash and not being a fit. Listen, if y'all want TK out of there, y'all can just throw garbage at this and leave. The main event was trash, not a fan of it, and all they did was have MJF drop the tag titles. They had to drop the belts, though, eventually. But are they going to defend them now on ROH or what?
They need to.
I don't get it. Samoa Joe has been working with them for weeks. Jacob Henry, what up, Jacob? Sup, Kyra and Derek. This will make sense if the masked man is Matt and Jeff. They seem a lot of anger lately. Do not put the belts on the Hardys. I'm not with it. You know the Bucks got their boo-boo face on. the greatest. BJ Wild right now. Yeah. So that was the show tonight. You guys can leave it down below in the comments. Leave it in here. Score for tonight, Derek. Let's keep it pass fail. Thumbs up, thumbs down, something simple.
I give it a pass.
I think it was a thumbs up. You were trying to build to the show. You added more matches. Am I saying the build is good? No,
but
it was okay.
Yeah,
it was an okay show.
It's an okay show. That's all you can say.
That's it. Deanna's giving this a thumbs up. Well, we know how BJ feels. BJ said hex no. Ace is giving a thumbs up. Terrell says thumbs up. BJ, LOL. BJ already knows. Yeah. Let's get into this show. Let's talk the ROH, or I said ROH, the 0 hour. Because 0 hour I always associate with Ring of Honor.
Right. No, I get it.
Will said 7 out of 10 for him. That sounds about right. That's fair.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Let's talk real quick about some of the matches on the show. I don't have graphics for all of this. I promise you. I think I only have like 4. Shout out to what they've been up to. So the Battle Royal on 0 hour. Winner gets a TNT Championship match. Who do you have win this? And we have a TNT match that's happening. Who do you consider giving that to? That's a pretty big accolade.
That is.
And
it really is.
We know Takeshita and all them are busy now, so they're not going to be the ones getting it.
Right.
Is there anybody on the roster currently that's been intriguing enough that you're like, you know what? Let's give him a shot. Or let's give them a shot.
Honestly, bro, I think, in my opinion, I think this is something that
you can
give Miro.
But he's in a match.
I get it, but
all the people who I want to give it to have a match.
Yeah, it's definitely tough as to who
you got. No Miro, no Darby, no Andrade.
Right, which is extremely tough because
could you go Garcia, like a surprise dub from Garcia? Maybe
you could, but that one's tough.
You gonna put Danhausen?
I respect it.
It could be something different. World's End should be a very good show. I hope so anyway. You know I want to throw a curveball. How about Brian Keith in the Battle Royal? Could be.
Okay.
Jacob Sammy says Shibata.
Okay.
Maybe. EPW 10 out of 10. My man Quills. Thank you. Shibata. I don't know. Maybe.
You
could
do Shibata. Yeah, I don't know, bro. That one's tough.
Jay White? He wasn't booked in a match. I say Jay White. Go Jay White. And maybe you consider giving him the title.
I think that's the only one that you could do right now.
This might foreshadow who's going to win the championship match too, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
it would have to. It would have to.
Danhausen versus OC would be great fun. Yeah, that'd be crazy. Danhausen and OC, I feel like need to be on different rosters though, only because they do this too similar of a gimmick.
Right. Yeah.
Matt said maybe Ibushi.
Oh, you could. Yeah.
I'm taking Jay White. Jay White's my pick.
Yeah.
Jacob says Bryan Danielson. Maybe they'll do that, but I don't see Danielson wrestling on this show.
No. He's
only there to deliver them paddlings and hand out fines. Disciplinary committee. Staring at my sandals. That's a paddling. Right. Dynamite gets a 6.5. EPW 10 out of 10. Pizza Hut experience. No one outpieces the Hut and no one outdoes EP Dub. Thank you, Beach. Thank you. Emma debut for AEW. I don't see that happening unless it just happened. Oh, Conrad, Dolph Ziggler at World's End Ziggler. Could you have a surprise name popping?
You could, yeah.
Maybe.
You could.
I'm sticking with Jay White as the safe pick. Who's your pick?
Yeah, I think Jay White is the safe pick. If you do a surprise one, that'd be nice, but Jay White makes sense right now.
Ziggles would be a good way to not let people know who's going to win the other match too.
Right.
Because you don't know what he would be affiliated with.
Right, yeah.
Interesting. Also, we got a match here between who was the other one? FTW Championship, Hook versus Wheeler Yuta. I think you give it to Hook.
Yeah.
Hook needs to keep that championship right now.
Yeah. And I hate to say it, like he needs that for right now to keep, because he has nothing going right now.
Yeah, Hook's been stuck in neutral for a while here.
Yeah, so he definitely needs that.
Looking forward to EPW 2024. Love you guys. Hope you guys have a happy new year.
Same to you.
Same to you, Jason. Deanna saying Hook. Hook retains, Quill says. Captain Planet is going to get wrecked. I want to fight you. Right. Yeah, everybody's picking Hook. Hook seems like the layup pick, though, for that match.
Yeah.
Where are we when it comes to this? Swerve versus Keith Lee was announced. I'm just going through the matches that I don't have graphics for right now.
So this only works if you have multiple matches, like you said.
I don't agree. I said that if this is one and done, Swerve wins. If this is a feud, Swerve has to win. But if you're going to do multiple matches, you could have Keith Lee win and build to Swerve beating him. If that's the long-term goal.
Yes.
So that to me will depend. But I'm with what BJ said. My prediction, whose house? Swerve's house.
Yeah, if you have the feud go on multiple matches, Swerve has to come out on top. You give Keith Lee this first match, and you call it a day, and then you go to the next one, and boom, and best 2 out of 3.
Yeah, if they're gonna do that,
if they do it, if not, then
because if Keith Lee needs a bone thrown at him too.
Yes, Keith Lee hasn't been doing
nothing
much, so
yeah. I'm tired of seeing him tag with Dustin, tired of seeing him just plop around and go wherever. It's time for Keith Lee to get some big matches and show what Keith Lee does.
Yes.
And I hope everything's good with Keith Lee. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes because I'm a fan. I don't know all these things. I just talk about things that are reported by the internet. So whatever. Going to the next match, Andrade versus Miro. This is a triangle of managerial services and love, kind of. Derek, so we talked about this storyline. You were really into the Miro thing at first.
Yes.
What do they do here now?
So this is difficult because when Miro came back, we had the Redeemer, we had that whole storyline kicking off. Cool. Then when his wife came into AEW, I called it in the beginning. He did not believe it was her. You should have ran with that. Like this is an illusion for him. He does not believe this is her. Now you have gotten to the point where now he acknowledges her. He knows she's there. No, you can't do that. He didn't believe that she was there, and now he does. Like in the midst of that time, he did nothing. He wasn't doing anything.
Well, Miro has dominated, but here's what Miro's done. Anybody who has interacted with her, he took them out. And now Andrade was in the tournament, and she said, do not mess up Andrade. I got him bonuses, and I got him in this tournament. Please do not mess with him. He said, okay, he's got until after the tournament. And once he's out of this tournament, I'm getting him.
But that negates the fact that he didn't believe that she was real.
Listen, I think you tell the story of love here. If this is what you're gonna do, I'm taking.
I mean, I just want the continuity.
But who should win this?
Miro.
Okay, I'm gonna rock with you on that. I'm gonna say Miro as well. We got that in the chat, but Quills is right though. I think this could go either way with Andrade.
I mean, it could, but I'd like to see Miro win.
A says Miro for the dub. And Quills also says Swerve needs all the to maintain momentum, but Keith Lee also has to get that leg back.
Right.
Miro, yes. Do Jason's comment. I'm not reading this. This is disrespectful to Top Dollar. Come on now. gotta be respectful to Top Dollar. He's not even here. He's not even here. Andrade is winning to build this weird story out, BJ says.
Okay.
If you wanted to keep it going.
Yeah, if you keep it going, then yes, that makes sense. But
I say Miro wins via CJ turning on Andrade. Could be.
I think he has to force her.
Well, here's the thing. This is the other thing we haven't talked about yet. Is AEW doing storylines month to month now, or is AEW going to be doing storylines based on, okay, after this pay-per-view, is there a January pay-per-view? Is there a February pay-per-view? Or are we just waiting until Revolution with Sting?
I think you wait till Revolution.
Yeah, I think Tony doesn't want to do more pay-per-views. I think he got requested to, but I don't think he wants to do more pay-per-views. That's just my belief. If he comes out and says otherwise, then hey, go with that. But Leon, the King TV, welcome. He says, would you want Samoa Joe to be part of the Devil faction in AEW?
No, I think Joe has to be the Lone Ranger. He has to be his loner.
I can see that. Matt Lopez says there is no pay-per-view until March. I don't know if that was confirmed, but that's what I've been seeing too. So if there's not, hey, maybe we'll get away with this. Let's get back into this. We got Moxley versus Kingston. Kingston. Got to give it to him. And then we got the 8-man tag here. Jericho, Sammy, Sting, and Darby versus the Don Callis family. Who do you give it to?
You got to give it to Jericho and them.
So weird. So Ricky Starks and Big Bill aren't on the pay-per-view now? What?
I don't know, bro.
What?
Confusing.
It's dumb. It's dumb. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't know. I'm not a fan of that. I got Miro, but chat got a point. Can CJ Perry turn heels and then in the entrance? Yeah, maybe CJ Perry pulls out someone else like Ziggler or somebody. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. Kingston, Deanna says. Eddie Kingston wins. The king of the bums for the wins. Good guys. Big Bill and Ricky are in the 8-man tag. Wait. Hold on here. Let me confirm. So wait, it's not the Don Callis family in this match? Yeah. They got me mad now.
And that would defeat the purpose.
Hold on, because I'm getting real cheesed off right now. I'm not happy with what we're doing here. So Jericho and Sammy are a team. Hold on. Who's got this? You break it down, Derek, for me. What do you think of this?
I honestly don't care for it because it doesn't make sense. Why? So you have Jericho,
Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara hate each other. AEW, the Men in Black. Yo, shout out to Mark It Out on Twitter for putting that, made me laugh.
What?
So wait, it's Ricky Starks, Big Bill, Will Hobbs, and Kyle Fletcher. I wonder who's taking the pin. Versus Darby, Sting, Sammy, and Jericho will cook. I do think it's going to be good, but
why is the Don Callis family not in it?
Why didn't you just do a 4-way tag match? You could have did Ricky Starks and Big Bill, Will Hobbs and Kyle Fletcher, Darby and Sting, Sammy and Jericho, but they probably don't want to beat Sting because he's in the lead up to his final match. Dog.
I don't like it.
I'm not I don't get it, dude.
To me, that'll be your weakest match on the card because it makes no sense.
So Takeshka's not good enough to be in this match. So Takeshka could win the Battle Royal then.
He could, yeah, he could. But still, you still don't have. You only have one member from the Don Callis family, which doesn't even make sense to even have. You got to have 2 and 2. So it should be Fletcher and Hobbs. Starks and Big Bill. That's just how I see it. I think this will be your weakest match on the card right now.
Right. Leon TV, the king of TV, says, what happened to the Book of Hobbs? Powerhouse Hobbs turns on his faction and goes solo. I like Powerhouse to be solo. I do too, but I don't know what they're doing here. He's been booked stronger than he has in any other faction, so people keep trying to sink their teeth into Hobbs. Tony needs to be careful though with some of these cats. Ricky Starks, Powerhouse Hobbs.
Yeah, he definitely needs to be very, very careful as to what he does next with them.
Because somebody wants him. I'm pretty sure Ricky's leaving.
Oh, yeah.
If I had to bet, he's out. Kingston wins. AEW just merges with Pro Wrestling Noah. 2 of Don's Callis guys with Big Bill and Ricky Starks. Unbelievable. So Konosuke can be in the Battle Royal then. See? Why not just have Jericho and Sammy? Yes. That's what we said. That doesn't...
Yeah.
Yo, I hate this. I don't know. Maybe, BJ, maybe we're being tough on this. Jericho is Sammy's toxic parent, but they should just did the match they called with Omega. 8-man match isn't necessary. Why didn't they just make it Ricky and Big Bill versus Jericho and Sammy? I agree.
Yeah.
I feel like they just put Sting on here to get Sting featured because people probably like, we didn't get to see Sting in New York one last time. We didn't get to say goodbye. So
Right.
I'm trying not to down it too much because Terrell's going and he does get to see that. I wonder, will Ospreay still be part of the Don Callis family when he comes in? Interesting point as well, Matt. Might be a big baby face.
I think it'll be a blow up.
Let's get into the rest of the matches that we have on paper here. Let's get into the TBS Championship. Julia Hart versus Abaddon, Derek.
So Abaddon will lose this match.
Abaddon looks scary as hell in this picture.
She does. But I have a lot of respect for Abaddon. I don't think she gets enough burn. But I do have a lot of respect for her.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel Julia Hart wins this match because you don't put the belt on her after she's worked so hard to get to where she is now just to take it off of her. It's by far not that time. I already think what the next match would be for her to lose that match and to lose that title, but it's just not time for that right now.
Touche. I'm with you, Julia Hart for the dub. BJ says, no, I don't think you're being too hard on AEW. AEW's had us die hard since day one. If we are feeling it, then others are too. Will says Julia retains. Julia wins, but maybe one day for Abaddon.
I just want her to get more burn.
She needs more of a personality, though. If she's a zombie, she can't talk.
Right. Yeah.
This is where Tony's issues are with the character. Like, your character can't talk. You can't do anything. They need to do a reveal to where Abaddon speaks.
Right.
Abaddon does this. You got to figure out a way to make that work. Even if it's the remember when Nikki Cross they did the whole I know a secret, whatever it was in NXT, and she knew who took out Malachi Black, or was it Malachi Black, Aleister Black, whatever he was there. She knew who took him out, and then she revealed it was Johnny Gargano. That got Nikki Cross over.
Right.
What if someone sees something, it's a whodunit, and Abaddon's the first one to reveal, I know who, like, one of the masked men are. Yeah, I'm not saying it has to be that, but that's a great way to get her to speak. Let me see here. Looks like E is trying to make waves here. You guys get each other's DMs. Sky Blue helps Julia retain the TBS title and officially joins the House of Black. Hey.
You could definitely do that.
Yeah, always. Let's get into the other women's match. We have Toni Storm versus Riho for the AEW Women's Championship. I think this is a foregone conclusion. I'm taking Toni Storm to win this.
Yeah.
You can't give it up, but I do think that these two are going to have a banger of a match. And if you've ever doubted Riho's skills, I think you're going to be sorry by the end of this match.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. As much as I love Riho, this has to go back to Toni.
Tony's so over right now, and they're still in the midst of telling the story with Mariah May. This is when I get mad when they say AEW doesn't have storytelling. No, they're telling a story. You could just choose to keep ignoring all of the little hints on the side.
Right.
They're telling you a story in this.
They most certainly are, and you have to pay attention to it, or you'll miss it.
Oh, Deanna's calling Riho for the win. I wouldn't be mad if Riho wins, Matt says. Toni Storm retains. Toni Storm retains. Chris says Riho wins by DQ. It's going to be a timeless victory.
Yeah. Okay. So, see, the reason why I feel
Deanna says Mariah May cost Toni the title.
No, not yet. It's too early. I have a feeling as to that works. I agree with that, Deanna, but I don't agree with it right now.
Because Mariah May's got her big debut, the first Dynamite of 2024. That was announced earlier as well. Sorry, that I missed that. But yeah,
I think that works with someone else, not Riho right now.
Yeah, not yet, but I think I can see that happening though. Good call there by Deanna, but that's a bold prediction. If it happens, we're gonna be eating crow.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Got another Tony. What's a better debut than costing Tony? I just think it's so fast.
It's too fast.
Because I feel like there's nothing that's connected them yet to where I'm like, yes, this is solid between them.
Yeah. She hasn't been with her long enough to cost her yet.
BJ said, make sure y'all like the video. Thank you, BJ. Chris says Jamie Hayter hasn't returned yet. No, I'm hoping it's soon. I really want Jamie Hayter to be on that all-in card. She deserves it. I miss Jamie Hayter. TNT Championship. Derek, no DQ again. Christian Cage, Adam Copeland.
No, Christian keeps.
He got out of it last time. Does he get out of it again? Or do you give Adam Copeland the TNT Championship?
I think you have Christian keep it, and that's just that. Because what's the motivation for Edge coming after the title? There is none.
First off, Edge doesn't exist here.
I mean, Adam Copeland.
Edge doesn't exist in this world, sir.
What's the motivation for Adam Copeland coming after the title? There is none. His motivation right now is getting Christian back for everything that he's done. I mean, you could say like that would be part of the payback. Take the title off of him. Now I got everything that you so chose to honor so much with. You could say that, but I think this is more of on a personal level.
I would like to see Christian win this and keep it, but I could see them. If you don't want to make Adam Copeland look like a chump, then you got to give him the belt, even if it's for a little bit here.
Yeah.
But I think eventually these two are going to link back up. How and why, I don't know, but it's going to happen eventually.
Yeah. I don't think he gets. I don't think Adam Copeland gets this title. I think they both get the tag team titles.
My heart says Adam. My brain says turtleneck dad. Jungle Boy returns to turn Luchasaurus and cost Christian the title, thus putting an end to him being the devil rumors. Wouldn't be mad at that. I have a feeling Christian Cage retains again, even though Adam Copeland should win the title. Otherwise, what's the point of the rematch? Yeah, but there's no DQ, so who's going to help? Adam Copeland should lose this in all respects. But like you said, unless Jungle Boy comes out, turns Luchasaurus.
Yeah,
I'm taking Adam Copeland for the win. That's me. You're standing on Christian?
Yeah.
You standing on business?
Yeah.
All right, King.
I'm gonna have to. Only because I don't see the reasoning behind him taking the title. I think this is just a personal level thing.
Right. Main event time for the World Championship. MJF versus Samoa Joe for the championship. Derek, do you change the title here? And do you have the devil finally revealed? Or is this going to play all the way into March? A long time, bro.
Unfortunately, I would like to say you have this play out, but that's too long. That's way too long because the reveal is a reveal like this is something that you have on a pay-per-view.
Derek, why are you hitting the desk?
I'm just saying.
Are you angry, bro?
I'm just saying. Like this is something that you have done on a pay-per-view. The reveal is done on a pay-per-view. On a regular show, no. I think on a regular show you have the devil start speaking instead of leaving the messages. Pay-per-view is where you reveal. I don't think this is where you reveal. Or no, I mean I think this is where you reveal. Because that's too long of a time to wait to get to March to reveal that then. If you had another pay-per-view closer than March, okay, then you can work it. But now I think it's too late to not reveal.
Who you got winning this?
Son of a pup. I want to say MJF, but I'm also leaning more towards Joe because I feel like the reveal has to mean something.
So you think we're getting the reveal at the show?
Yes.
I think MJF retains. That's just me. MJF has to keep this title the way they're going. They've lined up way too many other people for him. Hangman, Adam Cole, Kingston might be in the line. Like, you see what I'm saying? Swerve. You put way too many people in the line of fire here for this to not happen.
The only reason why I say you have MJF keep it is because of the interaction between him and Swerve. They have a long going history.
You have to pay that off eventually.
You have to. But
that's a long time. Like, I don't see Swerve getting a title shot at Revolution, and then that means we're waiting till Double or Nothing.
Yeah, no, that's a long time. So that's why I'm saying, like, the reveal has to happen now, and he has
because the Devil's also going to want a title shot, whoever this is.
Right.
BJ says, reveal the Devil's Adam Cole brings the end of the world to MJF. TK will give Adam the title because his new toy, now that one Bill Phil went to the big leagues. Adam. I was thinking Joe wins this, but how tonight ended, I feel Joe is working with the Devil. Should have been revealed on Saturday. So MJF retains, which also confirms he re-signed. What if the reveal cost MJF? Could be. That's what a lot of people are probably thinking. D on his Bill Bixby. MJF drops the title. Samoa Joe at home like MJF beat in Chicago. MJF drops the title. Samoa Joe at home like MJF beat Punk in Chicago. The Devil is Hornswoggle. Joe wins because MJF is beyond hurt to be in the ring right now. When he eating that steak, egg, and cheese bagel, you let him know. We're gonna have to do another bet soon. Maybe we disagree on the Super Bowl bad enough or something.
Yeah.
They could have Adam come reveal, and it makes MJF broken. Leave you tease that MJF is gone. That Adam ruined his bid for 2024. Then MJF returns at the next pay-per-view if he's healed. Jesus, Conrad Derrick, it's time for Joe to be the champion and have MJF take a break now that he's injured. There's a lot of X factors in this, but it doesn't make sense with the Swerve interaction and everything else.
Yeah.
Yikes. And if I find out TK did not sign MJF, I'm looking right into this camera. I'm dead ass serious. I am going to get on this dude if he did that. I'm dead serious, bro. You thought the Moxley not being signed thing had me pissed? I didn't even know about that one, so he got away with that. If MJF is not signed to a longer deal after he pulled that bull crap back at Double or Nothing, when everybody was mad at Punk, you better be mad about that. There was a lot of BS going on around that time.
It was.
So, he better be signed. He's got to be signed.
Yeah.
I'm giving you a lot of credit, Tony. They need to give us House of Black versus FTR on Saturday. The question is, MJF resigned? He's got to be. Okay, Juke, you don't got to get in the TNA King and Mountain match cage anymore, but you still got to do the reverse battle royal. Not signing MJF is the nail in the coffin. We're going to jump him, Conrad, because that's the nasty of Tony Khan not to sign. That is nasty of Tony Khan not to sign MJF. No, he wants him, but I just hope that he made him sign an extension. You want more money, you sign an extension.
Right.
Instead, we sit up here and we want to promote All In every week. Give me something that I want to go to, Tony Khan.
Right.
Cut the malarkey. All right. Tired of it. DG should win the Battle Royal. I did throw his name out there earlier, Jesus, when we talked about it. It'll be an interesting show. Tune back in next week. More than likely, me and Derek will have our thoughts on the show. Like I said, I can't promise that we'll do a review. I think it's going to be a little rough one for us, but we will be watching. I'm sure we'll be tweeting if we're not doing a review. We'll be here. So make sure you guys are locked in with us. Check us out, man. Support EPW as a brand. Tell someone about this. Like the video. Share the content. For myself and the man they call Derek, we're going to be out for this episode of Everything Pro Wrestling. Make sure you guys keep it locked with us. And Monday, we'll be back with Clash of the Podcast, episode 70, with Sean Hubbard of Hubbard Wrestling Weekly for a New Year's special show. Keep us locked in on social media. We are out. 1.